Greetings, this is Freya Mantra, half-elven YouTuber. And I, excuse me, and I come to you once again with my reaction to Critical Role. Returning back to the 26th episode of their third campaign, Saga of Hell's Bells. We'll first be reviewing the ads and stuff, seeing if there's anything new. If I know I've seen something before, I will be skipping it, because they are not sponsoring me. Let's see. And before we get anything, I should let you know that I do not own nor am I associated with Critical Role. It's YouTube or online. It's YouTube or Twitch channels or any of its other online presence. I'm just a fan. Now let's get. Oh. A quick recap for all those who aren't watching this immediately after, and who have somehow managed to forget what happened in the first part. How they would do that, I do not know. First off, we found out, and the rest of the cast doesn't know the main cast doesn't know this because they were sent away for this. But Dusk is not an ally. She's trying to she's an agent of the Unseelie Court, trying to eliminate the Calloway bloodline. Ferns is, I think, waiting for her parents to show up. That was shocking. We got a little bit more. Meet some more of Ashton's friends. Actually, before that, yeah, Imogen had another dream, but instead of being chased by a storm, she was already in the storm, and is confronted first by a female figure in like leather armor or something. I think I was a little suspicious, and then by another multitude, and woke up to Rudis actually shimmering in the sky. And he actually, and this is not just a vision of her. She could see other people in the street noticing. What I think this means is, well, the people in the dream were the other Rudis born, and the reason why it's going so is that there may be now more Rudis born in the world. What Rudis is, or what the plots around it are, we have yet to find out. But has been but he's been dangling Rudis. Matt has been dangling Rudis on us since campaign 1. This anomaly in the sky. Okay, let's see. We got to meet more of Ashton's acquaintances and friends from this town, which, if you recall, he grew up in, including one who was part of seemingly some sort of hive mind. And let's see. I was actually wondering if they're not. When I was first watching this, I was wondering if they were not mind flayers, but it doesn't seem like that. It seems like they do something so that when you join their group, you become part of the hive mind. At least that's what they've been implying. Maybe they're all just secretly mind flayers and stuff, but for now, I'm gonna push that theory to the side. And then for the real big one, even bigger than Dusk being a traitor. we learned that Dancer still lives. The F.C.G's creator, or what have you, is still alive and was in a shop that they visit. That they find out while visiting a shop. Apparently, she was there 1 month ago, well past when she should have been time when she should have been dead. Matter of fact, that was probably by then. That time, the Hell's Bells has already been formed. I think. And F.C.G is legitimately having a crisis here, as I think everything he knows is being called into question. And with that review out of the way, I've got to remember to set an alarm for 3 o'clock Monday when this episode comes out on their YouTube channel. Make some get some comments stuff. See if I can get any traction about my theory that they were the Ruinous Born. Also, another theory I have is that maybe I was getting timelines wrong or something. What the fuck?
All right, we'll see you guys here shortly.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
You gotta check the wiki on that.
This is Nona Lucia.
What's
She makes sauce, and she loves to share it. Nona's sauce was so fire, her family and friends became fans, and so did their friends, and their friends' friends. And her fam fed her an idea for her best recipe yet, her own brand of Nona Lucia Sugo. So she made her very own store from scratch on Shopify.
I mean, can you believe it?
Actually, Shopify helped Nona do a lot of things, like ship fans her sauce and spread the word about her culinary magic. In fact, Shopify helped Nona make new fans and show up in new places. Soon, the little grandma with the big personality had become the boss of her own saucy empire. An empire she could run from anywhere, even the kitchen where it all began.
This is my famous sauce, powered by Nona Lucia.
And this is her success, powered by Shopify.
That's what the... Okay.
The folk of Humblewood tell each other tales by the fireside. Stories of the majestic and magical Great Tree City. And of adventures taking flight in the woods beyond. But there are darker tales here too. Unearthed nature twisted by corruption. And horrors that stir in long-forgotten depths. Young adventurers, what tales will you live to tell? Humblewood Tales is a 5e companion book to the Humblewood campaign setting, with expanded lore to the everyday happenings and events around the mystical Tree City Alderheart. Learn about the mystical tenders and join their ranks. 5 new adventures have you encounter pirate mercenary, face off against a slime king, and take on the Amaranthine Kren in a nightmarish dreamscape. This over 200-page book has everything you need to play, including pre-made characters, bestiary, and more. Humblewood Tales is available as a book, box set, and a Kickstarter exclusive collector's edition. Start your story. Back Humblewood Tales today. What tales will you tell?
So, I gotta remember to do a stream next Tuesday. Well, not a stream, but a reaction.
I know Sam and Taliesin got like a beefy doc for Bassaris.
Oh,
We
yeah.
love a beefy dog.
Love those beefy dogs.
Girl talk. Do you love a beefy dog?
Girl talk.
I'm so
Fuck your show!
fuck your show, fuck your mind. Time to go. Oh, the Running Man, my only weakness.
Where is Omar?
He's been asleep on my feet for the last like 10 minutes.
Yes.
I didn't really fart. It was the chair.
Oh.
Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. You stop it. I didn't fart.
Hey critters, Laura Bailey here. Let's see what's up in the Critical Role shop. It's so cute, I can't handle it. Roll an investigation if you want. It's basically perfect. You need this? You probably need this.
I still have to watch that show.
Style should never be a dumb stat, darling. This is a lot of stuff, you guys. We have like so many cool things right now. And hey, if you want, you could head over to the Critical Role shop right now.
I know I have the 450, and I was tempted to get the Caduceus one, but it was out of stock. Yeah, too. Just don't do that for me. They actually bully. Don't know anything. I wonder when the next one's out. Next one I'm gonna try to go watching it and get the next thing. Do it for you guys. Aaron, it's let's go reacting to what happens in it as how they interpret events in different speed. What they have to do?
It sort of seems like he's not really here right now. Hi everyone, it's me, Jester. So the Traveler and I were going to tell you guys all about subscribing to Twitch, but it sort of seems like he's not really here right now, which is so stupid. Traveler! Traveler! Artie! You know what? It's fine. I can do it by myself. With myself. I invoke duplicity. Hello, Jester. Hi, Jester. Okay, so what we're going to do today is tell the people at home all about the good stuff they get when subscribing to Twitch. Oh, I don't know what Twitch is, but that sounds good. Let's go. No, that's perfect, because this works for you too then. Okay, so there's a professionally moderated live chat. And if you subscribe, you can post the links in the chat. Like a link to a cool hamster video? Exactly like that. So what we do here is tell, like, really cool stories, right? And sometimes, like, crazy shit happens when we're telling those stories, and people that subscribe get special emotes so you can express how you feel. What if you live on the side of Exandria where it's really late and you're like, I'm just gonna close my eyes for a few seconds, and then it's 2 hours and the music is playing and you're like, oh no, I missed the whole show. Oh, that's a great question. Well, if you subscribe to Twitch, then you can just watch all of our VODs as soon as the live broadcast ends. So cool, right? So cool. I know. Another really cool thing is you can gift subscriptions to people. Like, I could buy a subscription for you, Duplicate Jester, and for other... What are you doing? Look what I found. Oh my gosh. Paintbrushes. I could draw a dick. Oh, against girl.
Okay, you see, we have seen all this, and I am actually a bit of a prude.
The remaining.
Here to go.
And welcome back. So, we got through 2 of the groups. The remaining group that had scattered to the four winds was you, Laudna, and Orem.
Yep.
And it was just the two of you?
Yeah.
Where were you off to?
Come on, we gotta run an errand first. I start dragging Laudna through the crowd.
But I thought we're going. All right.
First, we have to. I gotta take you clothes shopping. Can I take us in the direction? I think we were in like a bazaar where there was all kinds of things for sale.
Oh yeah,
At one point, right?
There are a number of caravanserai and like open shopping areas.
Okay, then I'm gonna start dragging us to that, or look for one, find one. We've already been made, right? They know what we look like, so you and I can't just go as is hanging out. So we're going to change things. You are what some would call an impressive woman, and we need to counteract that a bit.
Okay.
Let's go into this place. And he starts going down through all the clothes in the rack.
Now there aren't many like fine threads to be found here. Most everything is for function or affiliation with a particular crawler gang, or utilized to keep one cool on a hot day or keep one hot on a cold night.
Which is perfect. I'm looking for function over form. I actually want something that is light colored, white or cream to be better in the heat. And I want matching outfits, rough hewn, so that we blend in. I'm not looking to dress finely.
Yeah, it's easy enough to find. There are a number of like...
You want me to wear white? It gets very monochromatic when I wear white. It just is my skin tone.
We're gonna get something hooded, light under the sun, but we gotta hide your face.
Okay, you know that like black shit drips out of my eyes sometimes, right?
That's
like
why we're going to cover your face, Laudna.
You gotta cover my face. It's all right. All right.
What is the problem? Is how you say her name. So you said that it was easy to find something.
Yeah, you find beyond just a spectrum of light general clothing, a lot of it just kind of open tunics or like simple coats. There are also hooded scarves that all like themselves like a hood, that scarf that kind of pushes over both sides.
Thin hooded scarves, like really thin material, but to hide our faces and all the clothes.
Like a scratchy linen that will be lightweight, but not the most comfortable in your skin for days at a time.
I want burner clothes for you, Laudna.
Do you want me to set these on fire?
Okay.
Easily flammable.
Just go put this on and meet me back here, and then I will go throw the smaller version of it on.
All right. So you have as close as you can find to a matching set.
Right. Okay. So
the child size.
Exactly. Your mom. Okay.
Oh, baby.
And you're gonna call me Nancy.
Georgie. Nancy.
This is not my first
rodeo.
rodeo.
You Georgie? You don't look like a Nancy.
You say that.
Ready. Jeremiah.
Let's go with your first instinct, Georgie, I think. Georgie. Okay. Georgie boy.
Little Georgie.
Oh, no.
How is this? Do I look like a cult leader? I feel like we look like cult members.
You look great.
All right.
I mean, you don't look like you normally do. You have very dark clothing and very dark hair, and now you're not going to be recognizable. They have sentries all over that building, and they spotted us already. So it's kind of stupid that we're even still doing this. We have to be careful if we are going to do it.
Fine, little Georgie.
All right, Mom, let's go over there and give it a walk around.
All right.
Are you okay?
Okay.
Okay.
The shopkeeper has a cold.
It's just
Keeps change.
it's the dry air.
All right, I'm going to start leading us back toward the seat of disdain.
Hold my hand. Do not look at this city. You cannot get more than 6 feet away from me.
And I lean
Are you
into
serious right now, Georgie?
And is anyone following us?
Make a perception check.
Great. That is a 24.
24. You feel fairly confident that nobody seems to be following you or trailing you.
Okay, we're gonna go over there and we're gonna do a big loop of the place, all right? All right. And then we're gonna try to find somewhere where we separately, but within range of each other, can communicate, okay?
I just don't know if I feel comfortable leaving my child alone, though. You're not old enough. Maybe in a few years.
I gotta grow up someday, Mom.
Happened so fast. All right, let's go.
Okay. When we get over there, I want to try to get a bead on the kinds of buildings that are surrounding the place. I don't want us to be in the open. I would love for us to get indoors if possible, but I don't remember the imagination zone around Disdain.
So around the actual fortress of the Seat of Disdain, there are the high walls that surround it. It looks at a simple glance like it's a rectangular shape, but there's actually like 5 edges of the wall. It's kind of more of a pentagonal wall that encloses the interior courtyard. Surrounding it, and it is pretty much a road that surrounds it. It's meant to be separate enough where there isn't a building buttressed closely, so a person could either try and jump the wall, or it's to help any of the sentries keep a good watch of anything perimeter-wise. So it definitely stands alone. There's nothing too close to it. But in the neighborhood around it, it does stand out against the other buildings. A number of them are, 2 to 3 tiered residential buildings. Looks like there's maybe some warehouses or storage spaces. There are a couple of, looks to be one building that is partially collapsed and kind of just abandoned. It eventually gave in to its faulty architecture, and who knows who occasionally squats in there, but there is a partially ruined, what was once a 3-story building that remains probably empty and filled with all sort of masonry.
Okay. That's good. There's a gate on the back of this place, though, too.
Correct.
I kind of feel like you should watch here at the front, because it's going to be, real obvious if they come out, and then I'll find a place maybe halfway around where I can at least see the back of the whole joint, and then if you see our guy, you
I can message you.
And just ping me, every so often.
All right. Can I just message you, if I'm bored and just want to talk?
Sure. Are you okay, by the way? You got really intense with Ashton back there.
Well, yes, I separated from Imogen, and, if something happens to her, especially because we're kind of fighting, and I don't want to end on a sad note.
You guys have known each other a while, right?
Yes.
Like quite a while.
Mm-hmm.
Have you weathered a few storms?
This is our first really big fight, There's been times where she's like, ooh, what if we put up these drapes in this way? And I'm like, let's, whatever you want, I guess that's fine. Or she's like, ooh, you should put the cups upside down so they don't collect dust. And I'm like, well, but then the rims are touching the shelves and that's gross. And so there's been little things, but not like this.
Cool. Well, I don't know every nuance, but she seems to care about you. Mm-hmm. And you're clearly care about her a lot.
Yes.
I mean, maybe just breathe through a couple of days and whatever happened, give her a chance to process it on her own, and I don't know. She's capable, too. I mean...
She's the most capable.
She is the most capable. She flew off ship and caught me before I hit the ground.
It's true. I've honestly gotten a lot of mixed advice as well. So it's hard. I don't know if I should approach her or give her space, and I don't want to be overbearing. And Ashton said I should just get her a new rock. I haven't found any good rocks in this whole stupid city.
Well, maybe just give it time.
All right. Give it time, I guess.
Okay, I'm gonna go find another spot. Are you cool climbing into that heap? Mm-hmm. Okay. Stay, in the shadows if you can.
Okay.
Okay.
The real shadows.
I'll ask you to roll stealth, and you, since you are hiding in the shadows, are you also hiding in the shadows, or are you trying to play off as a
Well, I want to stay within range of her being able to message me, but I also want to be able to see the back end of it. So I'm going to go as far as seems possible from Loudna. Mm-hmm. And if I have to climb on top of a building from the back or sneak into a building that looks not busy, then I'll do that so that I can see the other side of the Seat of Disdain entirely, so that we don't lose Treshy at the back if he goes the other way.
Okay, fair enough.
Oh, go ahead.
I was just saying stealth check for you as well.
Can I, so if I'm kind of the area that I am, would it make sense? I just need a little bit more description. If I did like a little darkness in the area, or would that be weird? Like if it's like a kind of an alley where it makes sense to like make it just feel like the shadows are a little bit darker, but I also don't want to blow my cover if that doesn't make sense.
Right. Well, the darkness spell, is that what you're referring to? Mm-hmm. It creates a sphere of magically pitch black darkness.
So it would be super weird.
Yeah. It'd be more, an illusion would probably extend the shadows.
Okay.
But a darkness spell would be like a Vanta black hole in the middle of a day. Which means placed properly could help a little bit, but you also can't see out of it.
I don't want...
Unless you can see through magical darkness. But.
That. Okay, no, I'll just, for now, do a nice regular old...
Go for it.
Stealth check.
What'd you get, Aaron?
I got a 19.
19, good.
Oh, it's not as bad as I thought. Okay, 21.
No, that's definitely not as bad as you thought.
I thought it was a 3, but it's a 16.
That's a bit of a range.
It was weird. So it looks weird with the light.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay, so you both perch into your corresponding areas of shadow, keeping an eye across the various pentagonal elements of the wall that you intentionally want to keep watch on. How long do you want to remain keeping an eye?
Maybe a while, I guess. At least
sundown.
Yeah, at least until they...
Okay, so it's a number of hours. All right.
Unless we get word from somebody.
I would say both of you roll perception checks for me, if you don't mind.
Fuck this up. Don't fuck this up.
Going to Gil? No.
I know, I was thinking about it. 16.
24.
Gotcha. The hours go by. Thankfully, you've chosen areas of shade. And occasionally when somebody walks by, you can play off the beggar aspect or wander off for a moment before circling back around and taking your spot once more. And it is, trying on one's patience. Occasionally the loud noises catch your attention and another crawler ends up wandering through. You see the same mammoth crawler that had come through the previous day, the massive dual platform one. This one not carrying beyond a skeleton crew, ends up meandering through. You can see one of its back legs is a little wonky and ends up kind of dragging behind and leaving this large groove in the dirt that one of them has to kind of brush past and kind of reform as they go. A couple of other sand-based creatures begin to come around, these odd desert birds that you've only seen one or two of that are kind of used as a mounted creature for smaller people. They're too small for a standard human to ride, but someone of your physical stature could probably attempt to utilize a fast-moving mount. Right around the time that dusk hits, right when you're about to give up on this circumstance, dear God, Marisha, what have you done?
I'm bored.
Amazing. It's pretty great.
All right.
Right as the dusk begins to hit, and you've watched a number of sentries patrol the upper parts of the wall, the top of the fortress. You've seen a couple of individuals start taking sniper shots from one of the watchtower positions towards somebody walking the street who begins to freak out and sort of dance, and they're just kind of fucking with somebody to keep themselves interested. But around the time that the sun begins to set and you're considering returning, you, Oren, glance up and watch as three figures eventually come to the roof. Glancing over, your incredibly acute eyes.
They're just so cute.
They're so adorable. Hone in on these three figures. You haven't seen these three trek before, and as they head up there, two of them seem to be fairly well armored and are essentially flanking a third figure. The third one looks shorter than the others, a bit squatter, dwarven in stature it seems. And as you're watching, you see an orange glow begin to brighten the face as you notice that the figure in the center is lighting up some sort of a pipe. And as it kind of, the embers burn in that quick glance, as they begin to like puff on it slowly, and the red begins to frame the shape of it, you're pretty damn sure that's Armand Tresci.
Oh, shit. Gotcha, bitch.
And he's out there, and he's nervously smoking, like rapidly going through his tobacco, and then
the fortress is a no smoking zone?
Yes, he's being very secretive about it. You get the sense being out in the open like this is he's smoking nervously. And then upon a few moments later, one of the armored figures kind of pats him on the shoulder. He nods, like hits the pipe on the edge of the watch cliff on the top of the fortress, tucks it away. The three of them enter the fortress and vanish from view.
Okay. Well, we'll just continue watching in silence.
Is Pawn a fourth level or?
The sun eventually sets.
I don't think
the stars begin to come out.
Get anything
Bits of broken clouds above.
Just send a message to Orem. Oh, Orem!
Yep.
If you could turn into any animal, what would it be?
Why are you like this, Mom?
I'm just making conversation.
Sparrow, I guess.
Oh.
Did you have one?
You wouldn't want to be like a bird of prey.
Hey, I know it's not the question you asked, but I saw Tresci.
What? Where? What? Oh, did he leave?
All right. Let's say
I actually blow that one. I don't reply fast enough because I'm so freaked out. Oh, no. Okay. I don't dare look over. You look like madness.
It can't be good for your hair. I can't look at it.
It's very Mad Madam Mim.
How it's staying so well.
Yes,
Can't be good for it.
Mad Madam.
Yeah, wait until she jumps in my head again because I can't initiate anything.
Did you see him leave?
Didn't leave. Smoke break on the roof. Maybe report to the others.
Right. I try to message Imogen.
Oh, God damn it.
Oh, Imogen!
You're quite a ways, though, right?
Yeah, unless we were making our way back.
Which, to that point, you guys have been waiting for a good part of the day. Yeah. Other groups, was there other things you were hoping to accomplish during the day?
Yep. We were debating...
for a car.
Yeah, we were debating going to look for a car, but we were kicking that around. So
that's cool.
Would you like to?
I mean, where would we go to find a car?
Sanyan, I suppose.
Bring it back.
Where's that?
Sanyan Row. That's where the ends are.
Yes?
Yeah.
All right.
It's either that or Tokted Pocket, but I think Sanyan might be the place to start.
Okay.
Also, since I absolutely have no idea where Pocket might be right now. So.
Fair enough, no worries. So, that being the case, it would be Ashton, Imogen, Chetney.
Don't act like you don't know my name.
No, I'm trying to make sure. Trying to keep the groups in mind. As
were you guys? Did you guys have plans to roll around or no?
Yeah, are you guys planning on rolling around anywhere or?
I mean, do we have in dusk? Do we have any plans today? Did you want to stop anywhere, Fern?
Well, no, but we could. We have to pick up the
bomb,
the explosive at some point.
No,
Did you want to go to the ends to try to see if we
not
can find
before
the
talking
answer?
to the others?
Yeah,
So
okay.
I think we're good. We just want to reconnoiter with y'all.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, we should probably reconnoiter.
You can go.
No, that's
stop
fair.
at
We
a
should
car
reconnoiter.
dealership.
That's a very good.
Reconnoiter?
I
Should I send a message to the group and see if they want to meet us in the
you
end?
can do that. That's a really cool idea, actually. Yeah.
All right, I'll send a message to F.C.G. because he told me to do that. They told me to do that. So. Hey, so we're going to the ends to find a car. Apparently there's some sort of race or something that we can be part of. I'm not sure what's going on here, but the ends. We're heading towards, what was his name?
Which?
Where we're going?
Oh, we hadn't actually discussed that. We were just going to the ends to just because that's where you go to find.
The ends. That's where you go to find stuff.
Maybe Pocket.
What's a car? We'll see you there.
What's a car?
Wow.
All right, so
we'll start going to the end.
Fair enough. So all but the 2 sentries that are watching the exterior of the Seat of Disdain gather on the outskirts of the Sonyan Row. So as you arrive at this pocket neighborhood, this area it very much resembles a junkyard, more so than any other places. There are buildings, but there are all manner of old, ruined crawlers and crawler pieces everywhere. You can see bits of furniture that have been broken and bound together to create bracing for the sides of buildings, and makeshift scaffolding that has slowly rotted or fallen apart, or it's lost its color from just being sun-bleached over the years. You can see piles of bent and long rust-eaten iron. You can see what looks to be broken parts of overused and discarded automatons that kind of sit at the edge of small workshops that are either abandoned or no longer in service. And amongst these clustered spaces, there are odd piles, it seems, of hovels. There are homesteads that are just nonsensically jumbled together and held and kind of ratchet fit to each other with all manner of heavy straps and metal bars. Everything has this ready to fall apart feel to it that also brings an element of danger and charm to a lot of the structures. And as this pushes into the later afternoon as well, you can see a lively energy as people come to and away from it, carrying all manner of scavenged bits to either sell to those who are purveyors or tinkerers within this space, or are leaving with interesting things they might sell to other facets of the city and beyond. On the way, you do catch, F.C.G. specifically catches your attention, these small sphere, like brass sphere objects, kind of like glide over with these small, almost propeller-like tops. They just kind of, they kind of glide in the air. One of them kind of, a little lens opens up and it's like, the other one like picks it up and drags it off out of the way.
Have I seen anything like that before?
Nah.
So cool. Wow. All right.
But in this industrious space, too, there is a familiar smell. The scent of industry, something that reminds you of some of the aspects of Drusar, and is a familiar smell to you, especially, as a lot of your time alive in this city centered around the ends themselves, and there is a sense of homecoming when returning to the ends here. There are all manner of smokestacks that just, these black plumes that eventually drift and dissipate into the sky above. And now that the cloud cover begins to push in, offering some bit of shade and a hint of respite from the heat of the day that is just beaten down so aggressively since your waking moments, you look around and, while not incredibly crowded, there is an air of interesting industry and curious scavenging. As you wander through, a number of eyes are on you, and you see this pair of small, what looks to be halfling or gnomish figures that are wrapped in scattered rags and kind of ramshackle, patchwork clothing. One has a heavy coat that drags behind them, kind of leaving a trail on the ground. They both kind of come out and glance at you from across the edge of the hall of the walkway. the main thoroughfare that pushes through the ends, and they just kind of stare at you, talk to each other, and point, and one of them seems like reaching into a tool bag.
Hi there, do you know me? Do I know you?
They both look at each other. And they just dart off.
I'm just sort of looking around to see if I recognize anyone here, and anyone at all, or any automaton.
Make a perception check.
Okay. 7 plus like 1 or something. Oh, I have a +6 to perception. 13.
That makes a difference.
It's 1 or something.
You don't see anyone out in the open streets that reminds you of anyone you know necessarily, and you weren't like a very social entity. You definitely followed in Dancer's footsteps, and Dancer was the one that definitely made all the connections, and when there was someone important, they'd introduce you. But that network was relatively small, and often just traveled with you. So, you glance around, and you kind of remember vaguely conversation about Imahara Joe. And you know that there's a workshop around here where this Joe figure, you remember Dancer mentioning Joe. You almost recall like an odd competitive nature to it.
Oh.
They were, now that you think about it, you're like, they mentioned like a Joe. You only heard them referred to as Joe, and it was usually out of frustration, half-drunken frustration at times, competing contracts. 2 specialists in odd arcane constructions and machinery. But glancing around here, there is a familiarity to the space that at least you find yourself instinctually leading the group as you go forward without even thinking.
Do we meet up with the others yet, or not yet?
I'd say by now you would have met up with the others.
Oh, okay.
Hi.
Hey.
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 Productive day?
I think so.
We saw some weird ass shit.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
We learned some weird ass shit as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great.
Why are we here?
Oh, well.
There's a possibility. I talked to some friends, and they had the idea that, honestly, since they assume that we're there to see them, we can probably just walk right into the Paragon's call, and if shit goes sideways, we can challenge them to an old-fashioned duel, and maybe come out on top.
So we're here to...
This is how we duel.
Yeah, but you should clarify what the duel is. It's not like a...
Sorry. It's a dance-off.
But it's not like a duel in the normal sense. There's the run.
It's the run. I like the way you say that.
Not like the Dookie run, a different kind of run.
I'm familiar a little bit, but these...
A running race?
Getting on top of a crazy thing with engines and wheels and spikes and just
Like a
going full speed.
Crawler race.
A crawler race.
Ashton kind of lights up in the dome when he talks about it. It's
I
his
kind of
thing.
always wanted to do this. I gotta admit.
We need to do it.
It could end in death. It could end in glory. That's what Ashton's always saying.
That's my conversation about lunch, but yes, that also still applies. Anything can end in death and glory.
We also could stop somewhere if you wanted to maybe see if you wanted to see anybody.
Sure. We learned some stuff, some crazy stuff.
Yeah,
but also, we're also near where you need to be, right? You need to be near Joe's or something.
Yeah.
Joe's is around here.
Yeah.
But that's not happening yet?
Not yet, but we should scope it out.
We could. There's a lot here.
Yeah, this is a
my
busy
whole
area.
my whole memory is a lie. Everything I've known about myself is wrong.
Wait, what? What are you talking
Wait,
about?
hold on.
Yada yada yada. Dancer's alive, maybe.
Wait, what?
I know it's and maybe she's anywhere. She's like within the 3-block radius. I don't know. Maybe.
I saw a pile of meat. Right, like this was.
What?
When.
They were definitely bodies.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just double checking that this was like not
saw
like
it
some
in
weird
your memory.
Spider-Man villain.
Yeah, no, there
Fall off a cliff.
there was definitely a murder scene that he was the only survivor from.
You saw into my memory.
When we merged, it was just chaos, and the one-eyed creature.
I was there afterwards. That's not. Really? Really?
So I said creature.
Really?
I said creature.
That joke again?
So big and scary.
Every campaign.
Fuck my life.
Yeah.
That's then who the fuck did I find you with?
I don't know. I don't know. So, all right.
Okay.
So we got my connection somewhere around here. We're gonna buy, or no, we're finding a vehicle somewhere around here.
It's a good idea
Your
just to have an
parents
idea.
are somewhere around here, or soon to be.
I hope you're soon.
What is this crazy?
And then, what? And then can you send a message to Lana? You said you could do it if
I could try, yeah.
I mean, I feel like this is
Should
a
we
lot
call
of
them
stuff.
here?
Let's collect everybody.
We should probably,
Yeah, call Orm and Loudna. Loudna. She needs to know.
Call her loud now.
I'll try. I'll try my best.
Works either way.
I will cast sending. Right? That works? That's a thing?
Yes, that is. 25 words.
Okay. Okay, I
Is it
will
the Quaalude
connect to
version over
Loudna.
Here we go.
Oh. If you can hear me, we're in the Ands. That's an area of Bosphorus. Ask around and you'll find it.
You don't need to yell.
We're at this. We're at a street corner.
God, wait. You get 2 more. 2 more.
What, like it's hard?
Street names?
Yeah.
Street names, that's it.
North and Maine.
North
That's Nordenmon. Oh God, it's gonna be lost.
Nordman.
No, Nordman.
I can respond, right?
You can.
Fresh cut grass. You don't need to yell. It's in my head. Also, where's Imogen? Why isn't she messaging me? We saw Treshy.
I saw Trishy.
See you soon.
Okay, she's still talking. Okay.
I'm assuming this is timing up,
I'm
right?
fixing the timing now.
Okay.
The timing now.
Yes.
Now it's
Folding the universe together, we're good. Okay, fixed.
It did take us a while to walk over here.
It's true. Yeah, lost a few times, found a butterfly. It was weird.
Apparently, it was really weird to hear her voice in my head.
Had you never done that before?
I've heard her voice, but not. It was just weird. It was. I don't know. It was just I haven't heard it quite like that before. That's all.
Huh.
All right, they're coming.
Summon Orem. Give him the update.
Fair enough.
Shall we?
Yeah.
Hold my hand. Hold my hand. God.
Still jeez. Buy a car.
Well, we're gonna take a look at our options.
Maybe we can barter.
I like that idea.
This is also a place where people modify cars, so
Oh.
sometimes you got something lying around. You never know.
F.C.G.
Boy.
I mean, if you're looking for Dancer, you could find her, or at least try to talk to her. You've got the same ability that I do.
You're right.
Unless
Well, go
that's-
on.
That's too much.
Do you not want to talk to her?
I do.
She'd probably
What has
be
happened
so
to your
happy that
hands?
you were
Oh,
alive.
I was fidgeting with my fountain pen, and it.
It's all over
She's
you.
oh,
No, Erica!
It's one of her character traits.
I feel like maybe a fountain pen is the wrong choice for me, and
Yeah.
it's
It's
not
just
fitting.
a fountain pen feet.
You got to be careful with wild magic.
Yeah.
Oh, that is incredible. You totally blew yourself. Well done.
Oh my god.
You're absolutely right. I guess I could.
Is that?
I just feel like there's someone.
I don't know if you can fix this right now, but it's worth a shot.
Maybe we'll just wait till the whole group is together.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, it's a lot. Just.
You don't have to right now if you
No,
don't want
I
to.
want to. I just. Just wait till
You
everybody
seem
gets
very
here.
hesitant, though. Why?
I'm just confused. I mean, what else have I seen that's not true, or what if I was wrong about other things?
Well,
or?
it's it's possible there's some crazy healing magic out there. Maybe after you left, something came along and saved her. You know, that could have happened.
This a heist? This feels like a heist thing.
What does?
Whatever went wrong? Is this?
Oh yeah, it was a heist. Yeah.
And just to generalize how you're feeling about it, if we find Dancer, are we killing her, or are you happy? Oh, you're happy to see her.
Yes.
I just wanted to make sure.
No
I'm
killing.
down to
No
clown.
killing her.
You
No.
know,
Very
it's
fair
whatever.
question.
Oh, yeah, it was fair. It was, yeah.
No.
No, we're not going to. I was just saying, we didn't know she was alive, and now that she's alive, we don't know if we should kill her or not.
We should not kill her.
We won't.
Hard no.
Got it.
No killing.
Until you say so.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say so.
Dusk and I are on the same wavelength.
Never close the door.
All right.
Should we get a big machine to ride?
Let's wander a little bit, see if anything looks interesting.
Do we window shop around here?
Well, there's no windows, but yeah, you shop.
Do I know that if Joe's is an automobile dealer or
It's
just
more of a
an
tinker.
automaton dealer?
You know that Joe, and part of the jealousy that came between Dancer and Joe is Joe essentially became the go-to person for many of the crawler gangs for repairs and alterations to all their crawlers of all scales. And he had a team working with him, but he was like the primary tinkerer of the ends and was called the King of the Roaches because a lot of people that live here in the ends are prone to scatter whenever an untrusted figure walks in. And so they just colloquially refer to as the Roaches, but they pretty much all trust in him. He's kind of like the Fagin of the tinkerers in this region, and Dancer was always a little jealous about that.
Seems like he's the place to go. Like, right? No?
Seems
No, yeah.
You have a better idea than I do.
All right.
Let's do it.
Let's go to Joe's.
Yeah, we got to scout it anyway.
Yeah.
All right.
Are you waiting for us to arrive before
Hey,
you
you'll
leave
find us.
the premises? Okay.
I'm gonna hang around and wait for them, and then I'll meet you guys at Joe's.
Okay. You know this area well, and as memories come back to you, you kind of glance around, and it's odd because you look at the space, and you have memories associated with following Dancer and the rest of the troupe, and seeing other constructions, and being privy to conversations and business dealings of dancers and parties, and having to pick her up and drag her home to go to sleep after she passes out from too much drinking, and you just kind of always were this protector and caretaker of your creator. And through here, you remember there was always one space that you kept a wide berth of, and Dancer often cursed when passing the front of it. And you think that, if any place, it's probably that one. And in guiding the rest of the troop over there, you come to what looks to be a massive construction yard. There are at least 2 layers of jagged fence lines that look like there are multiple types of fences that have been scavenged and layered on top of each other to build in the interior kind of construction yard for it. In here, there are all manner of metallic tables and chain-based cranes, and looks like hoarded clusters of ingots of different metals and materials. The floor itself is a hazard of bolts and jagged metal pieces and errant bits of material that look sharp and unkept. And in the center of it, there's a small open-air warehouse and what looks to be 3 small buildings that are kind of buttressed against each other. And the cluster of buildings, as the night begins to slowly filter in and the sunset begins to fade, you can see the warm light from the inside. Occasionally there's a flash, a sparking of light, like that kind of flashes through the window that goes quiet for a second. And here, in this space, you can see there are a few signs hanging that have kind of just eventually grown dark with soot and smoke. But at a quick glance, you can see one of them says, Imahara Joe's.
I mean, I don't know this fella at all, so maybe Fern, you take the lead, or someone else. I mean, I don't.
I don't know him either, but sure.
Anna, you're up.
No, stop.
You approach and knock on the door. There's a pause. That flashing again from the inside.
Keep working.
Yeah, what do you suggest?
It stops. You hear. And the door itself is a heavy iron door, and like from a distance, it looks like a fun little ramshackle place. But this close, this whole place is armored and heavily fortified with all sorts of scrap metals. And this door itself is probably a good solid 3-4 inches thick, and like a vault that opens up, and then kind of a head craning around the corner. You see there used to be a gentleman in his 40s, kind of lightly tanned skin. Jet black hair with a shock of gray that's kind of appearing at the edges of the temples. A little bit of like soot smeared under the eyes, and a heavy set of goggles that are pushed up on the top of the head. You can see kind of the grease and the sweat that's formed on the cheeks, and a little bit of just very, very faint chin scruff that's just peeking through in like a light grayish white coloration. He looks behind. Huh?
Honestly, if I had known it was going to be that much work, I wouldn't have been so insistent. Yeah, I was. Hi.
We would like to purchase your finest automobile.
Crawlers. We're we're looking for crawlers, and we heard you're one of the people to talk to about crawlers or modifications thereof.
Crawlers. Yeah. How soon?
Well,
Imminently.
I think that's the word.
Yes.
Can we come in and talk for a second?
Gives you a close look up and down. Make a persuasion check. Make a persuasion check.
Oh, no.
Come on.
Come on, Ishii.
This goes poorly.
16.
4.
Kind of looks over at you. Glances over at you.
Slowly back off.
As you back away, as you back away, you now notice what didn't catch your attention when you approached, but sitting right above the door, there is a massive, looks like a cylindrical tube, almost like a barrel made of metal that sits downward, and within it looks to be close to 9 or 10 of those strange rifle-like devices that you've seen a few of the crawlers kept together that are bolted on the inside at different lengths, some shorter, some longer. It looks almost like a series of massive keys that kind of have a jagged exterior. And as you turn, you watch as it kind of shifts and tracks your movement.
Oh, shit.
And you see the arm off to the side as this figure is apparently controlling it. We can talk.
Okay. Cool.
Who are you with?
Can I,
What's your affiliation?
None. For right now.
Free agent.
Interesting.
We're new in town.
I can tell that. This one's with you?
I'll wait outside. I'm a financier. Do you need cash? We could help talk about.
Can we? I'll just go. I'll just pop on in and.
Yeah, we can all. We're not gonna do anything.
All right. I mean,
you two at least should go inside.
Yeah, let's go.
The three of you.
Goes and you see him pull something down behind the door, and that large cylinder kind of comes to rest.
Oh, that's nice.
No longer towards you.
That's really nice.
Opens the door, and now you can see the rest of him. He has a long kind of a light brown, looks like a linen vest coat combination that kind of ends at the elbow with large heavy leather gloves on each arm. Beyond that, you can see a heavy leather apron that's put on top of that as well that has all manner of burn marks across it, scuffs, and heavy boots beneath that. It kind of looks out towards the rest of you, begins to pulling the gloves off a bit. Okay, well, here's the thing. I have most of a couple.
Okay, basic.
So, I can finish them. Here, come in. And goes ahead and turns inside. And as you follow within, you watch as the inside of this workshop has these bright blue kind of crackling orbs that are set within cages against the wall. These orbs look conspicuously like the energy sources you've seen within many of the crawler automatons around here, just smaller. And occasionally they flicker brightly and kind of come to rest again, just kind of this low hum emanating from them.
What are those?
Oh, these? My lights. Continues walking inside, sets the leather gauntlets down, and you see there's on a large table, there is some smaller, weird clockwork-like devices, and what looks to be a strange, it almost looks like a crowbar, but within it is another smaller one of those kind of bright blue, glowing kind of arcane orbs, and at the end there's like a forked element. And there's a heavy smell of that kind of like burning ozone, almost like an electrical fire smell that kind of permeates the interior. You also notice that those glowing caged orbs that you were saying for lights, they move. And with them move, what you thought at first were just like decor are large automaton bodies. These kind of rotund walls that just kind of keep an eye on you. It's like, just my protection, don't worry. I don't trust easy. Turns around, takes a piece of sandwich off the table and kind of... I'm Imahara Joe. Welcome to my workshop here in Bassaris, and you might be...
Oh, I'm Dusk. That's Fern.
We're Bell's Hells. We're a group that's been traveling around for some...
Immediately like, darts up right to you and goes like, what the heck in blazes of Exandria?
I don't know. All right? I don't know.
It's you.
I don't know.
It's okay, F.C.G. I think he's just inquisitive. I
Sure.
know he did it a lot.
But everyone's looking at me.
You're so special. That's why. It's...
Yeah. Why? All right. Yeah. I'm weird. Hi.
No, you're not weird. You're something else. His sentience is interesting.
Interesting?
Sorry, that's disrespectful to me. My apologies. We'll talk in a moment. I'm very curious to talk in a moment. Before we get to that, Bell's Hells, you're here to buy some vehicles.
There's a chance we might be entering the... Oh.
Don't worry. I think they're with us.
You glance over and he's like already partway reaching to another device. Like, all right.
Damn, I kind of want to
see what
they do.
Bell's Hells?
That's us.
Oh, you are rolling deep today. Come on in.
This should be the last of us. So
Hello.
Good to know. Anybody else comes in? He goes ahead and does this, and you watch as like the two closest to the door, the large, like kind of beefy automatons, kind of towards the front door.
You have 5 seconds to comply.
Straight up. All right, so looking to just cruise around the Hellcatch. What's the
Death race.
I'm sorry. Are you're taking these to the Death Wish run?
Well, there's a possibility that in the next couple days we're going to really piss off somebody in the Paragon's Call. And we're just trying to get a little insurance going if things go south.
Okay.
As these things tend to.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to lie. To get... You just need one? Need two?
I mean, how many people can ride in one?
2.
that might be all we need, right?
Yeah, we might need a couple riders.
Yeah, that's true. How expensive and how long do they take to make?
Well, to get 2 of them, how soon are you doing this?
Maybe just one.
Probably
much
in
for
a
just
few
one?
days. I think
Maybe 2, you know. We can double our chances.
Sure, I guess it just
Okay.
It's just worth knowing the options. Right now, we're just dealing with options.
Fair enough. I mean, wrap it around the clock. It's generally runs baseline without additions, a little over 1,000 gold per crawler. Then upgrades from there can ramp up depending on provided materials or, what are constructed internally. Depending on what carbine weapons, you want mounted weaponry. There are all manner of chain-based, harpoon or grappling elements there. There's a whole spread.
What do you need for one of these runs? Like, is it just speed only, or do you need firepower?
Okay, so the run runs through the skids. It's through dense neighborhoods, rapid turns. It's extremely dangerous for both riders and onlookers. They crowd anyway. Part of the run is not just the race, but preparation for it, meaning people before the race set surprises.
Yes.
It's part of the fun.
Yeah.
So the only rule is don't die.
Death or glory.
So, kind of anything goes scenarios. Don't be surprised to see a few unexpected things waiting for you along parts of the run. But it starts in the skids. Urban race, rapid speed, trying to get the best you can in front of the folks, leaving them behind you. Then it begins to dive into the ravine. There's a switchback path that goes along the baseline over the cliff that heads down into the ravine itself through some of the caverns that actually run through the base of the ravine and within the mountain. There's a number of dangerous things that actually live there that tend to cause a little bit of fun while you're in that space. If you can make it through that part, then eventually it glides back up around to the top of the ravine, hitting along the Carmine Wall, and then returns back to the base of the Bone Tree where it starts.
Bone Tree? Awesome.
Carbine Wall.
Carbine Wall, yeah. All along the way, most have a driver and then a support. The support is there to both keep an eye on the road and to harry their opponents.
Like a Rio.
That's awesome.
Whatever that is, sure. So yeah, it's
like Goose.
I'm saying this with absolute care and respect as I can. You don't look like the normal people that make it out of a Death Wish run. So I've seen a lot of bright faces come through here for a loner, and that's the last time I saw them.
And so those are the only rules, basically, right? I mean, the things that you just told us, but you can use whatever you want.
Pretty much.
I like our odds.
Yeah, me too. Don't die is pretty simple.
Mm-hmm. Do it all the time.
If you're racing on the behalf of any of the different crawler gangs, they'll usually grant an emblem and give off the loners, which is a short-term kind of rental, whereas they pay me directly for the services, a smaller fee, and then I collect whatever's left over at the end to incorporate the next build. The two that I'm working on right now that I was mentioning, they're from the last Death Wish run, what's left of them. I'm getting them right up to speed. So,
Can I see what they look like? Can we see
Sure,
that?
yeah. Follow me. All of you, and points to the two other standing, massive, battering ram armed behemoth automatons that just kind of follow me. All of you, and points to the two other standing, massive, battering ram armed behemoth automatons that just kind of and follow behind, the ground kind of shaking with each footstep as you follow.
How old is Joe?
Yeah.
Joe's in this human, looks to be in his early 40s, mid 40s.
Okay.
As he's walking, he's like, now this yard's a little scattered. He's got a bright white smile and kind of pointing with an excited glare in his eye now that he has people to talk to. He seems to be getting quickly excited to have people around. This
Everything.
Yeah.
Well, what's that?
Well, these are all manner of weaponry that I'm designing, or at least have been brought to me from far ends of Exandria that I'm looking to improve upon or to borrow design-wise. I'm in part of a tinkering, kind of a low-key tinkering guild where we share bits of information around the world and we try and iterate on each other's designs and then send them back out. It's not very interesting, but
That's so interesting.
Thank you very much. Well, here, and he comes to the back door and kind of opens it up. And as it opens up, you see additional little lanterns kind of flicker on into what is an exterior, an interior caged back patio area. For about 30 feet one way and about 50 feet to the other, there are these big metal caged elements that hold it within. There's all these chains that hang with hooks, and on the hooks there are sections of crawlers. There are elements of exterior metal cages and So like body elements that are broken and dangling and like placed upon the hooks that are like long destroyed. You can see elements of the metal that are like blown back from an internal explosion. You can see elements that are pierced through by massive harpoons or themselves were impaled on heavy bladed bits of jagged metal, and they're all just kind of waiting to be repaired or recovered and incorporated into the next crawler design.
Is this like going into like a slaughterhouse for you?
I mean, I hadn't thought about it like that.
Raining from hooks. Yeah, little bits.
I mean, I hadn't thought about it, but yeah, it's kind of weird. It's kind of weird.
Shrieks everywhere you look.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, they're just pieces of metal, though. So I mean, it's
You do see there's one that you hadn't quite seen before yet that looks like it's in partial construction or reconstruction mode. It's like a tripod, like a massive spider-like tripod with these 3 kind of pointed legs that have within one of the hinges built-in wheels that almost like they hinge back to roll or to crawl. In the center of it, it looks like a partially spherical, almost dome-like seated midsection with a throne-like control chair in the center, and on top of it, what looks to be like some sort of a mounted ballista or some sort of a weaponry mount on top, but it is like blown apart on one side and looks like it's in heavy need of repairs. And he goes, past all that, those are the 2 that I mentioned, and you see hanging on 2 of the big chains on kind of the far back side of it. As he points over, he brings like a small wand out and kind of points it over, and as he gestures, 3 more of those kind of blue orbs kind of crackle to life, and as they do, it lights up and frames these 2 skirmisher crawlers that are hanging, and as you can see, like most of the seats are there. You can see the shape. It has like a big, almost like a wind guard that points outward, almost like jagged teeth. There are parts of the like metal bent to look like animal bone, but it's made of like rusted iron and elements of like black metal bolts that are pushed into it, and strips of leather that are kind of dangle off the sides and have long kind of been tattered by the wind and the elements. Where the front wheel is, you can see bits of armor that are waiting to kind of guard the front, but the wheel itself is missing. And in the back legs, the large muscular, the clustered bits of cable that act almost like the muscular push of the horse-like back legs themselves are torn open, and the cables are just kind of dangling unfurled and dragging to the ground. You can see the beast-like claw feet that you've seen kind of pushing and propelling the back of the crawlers previously kind of hang limp, dragging on the ground as they just kind of gently sway with the wind. So these would be the 2. I mean, they're most of the way there. It's been a project for the past few weeks. With a bit of a rush, I could probably get them done in the next day or 2.
What about this thing? The 3-wheeled.
Oh, the ruiner? Oh, that's a few weeks out, and I don't think you could afford that. That's not Death Wish Run territory. That's full scale. Ruiners are for. They're for more aggressive circles.
Sure. Doesn't mean I don't want one.
Yeah.
These crawler guilds, like, do the people that pilot them, are they considered positions of honor and stature, or are they like short draws?
Well, I mean, everyone wants to ride one of them. Those that survive riding them tend to, be respected because they survived.
Right.
They're dangerous. They're reliable most of the time, depending on who built them or who worked on them. I take pride in my construction, even when rushed. But, I'm not the only one around here. And, of course, every crawler guild likes to think that they can, train someone up from the inside to save a little bit of gold here and there. And sure enough, you see the backup explosion in the middle of some sort of power parade on the west side of the city, and they lost 30 dudes. And you know what? It just means more work comes back to me and my compatriots.
Oh, man. Do the crawlers, you said that you called them skirmisher crawlers?
Skirmisher crawlers. That's the single wheel with the back leg ones. Those are more the standard.
The individual units, the vehicles themselves, do they have names, like ship names or anything? Or is it just like crawler 1, crawler 2, or do they?
Well, yeah. I mean, every person who owns one usually names them.
Oh, do these come with names?
Not originally, no. I mean, usually the ones that normally do, we try and scrape it off because the person who previously owned it, who named it, is no longer around. And plus, it's easier to sell when it's a blank slate. You know, someone's like, they don't want to inherit the memory of someone who, you know, wasn't good enough to survive utilizing one of them. So it just kind of works best.
In case we have to come up with a name, just like what are some examples of other people's name? I don't want to name it like, you know, something dorky or something, and then or something too clever, and they're all.
Oh boy, I mean, the spectrum is pretty wide. I mean, we get everything from like face chewer to sunrise hellhole to you know, gentle buds. You know, like it depends.
Like an ironic name.
Yeah, you know, people laugh at it until they get run over. You know, it depends. There's a lot of different odd personalities from Crawler Gang to Crawler Gang. Some people like something more poetic. Some people are just lacking a personality. I mean,
those two are giant. That ruiner though, the little tripod that you said it's expensive. You said you would never see that in a race. There's no like trade-off for size versus.
No. Death Wish is like skirmisher crawlers. The ruiner is more for artillery and, you know, going after some of the larger denizens of the Hellcatch, or for full-on. I mean, it doesn't happen too often, but whenever Crawler Gangs start getting a little antsy and want to like attack each other out past the city bounds, or go after some of the other villages across the valley and beyond. I mean, the Ruiners were more in use 20 years ago when the Apex War was going on with the Stratos Throne, and they were kind of hiring themselves out as mercenaries. They don't really make a lot of new ones. They're more just kind of, you know, keeping the ones that were built in that still function going as long as we can.
Just in case I'm a, you know, prince in disguise and I'm just loaded. If we wanted to refurbish that ruiner, you know, just for hobby's sake, how much would that run you?
I mean, well, this one here, I'm already on contract for right now. But if there was another one were to come in and you'd want it, I'd say probably around 8,000 gold.
Fair enough. You know, for a hidden prince in disguise, no big deal. Good to know.
Yeah. DM, quick question. In all the time that we spent here, and Fresh Cut Grass is from here, right?
Yeah.
All of the automatons that we've seen, none of them are shiny or polished like F.C.G is, right? Everything you've described is really rough and patchwork and scuzzy. So Letters stands out from anything else we see here?
Very much so.
Okay. What are you?
No, man.
Thanks.
Of course.
And of course, this would be a lot cheaper if we actually had a faction that was backing us up.
Stop. Yeah, I mean, you know, for the purposes, look, the Death Wish is usually used as a means of either putting to rest conflict between the different factions, or it's used as an initiation rite for different factions, or it's used as a means of getting rid of individuals that they don't want to have to officially get rid of, like blood relatives of higher-ups that don't want to deal with the fallout of, you know, aggressively firing them. They can just watch them kill themselves, essentially, in the run. It's a little rough.
Do you know which two crawler gangs these belong to, just in case they want to, you know, get a driver for, I don't know, no money?
The skirmishers?
Yeah.
Skirmishers aren't held. The ruiner is the one that's on commission for right now. But
so these are up for grabs?
Yes, these are kind of...
Both of them?
Yeah.
Or just one?
Do we have that kind of...
No, I don't.
No. I got Scratch.
Because he's been hoarding stuff that was supposed to go to the group.
Be careful, you're going to have to be accountable for the words of your mouth.
The words of your mouth?
In your head you hear, what about these words?
That's nice hair. Do you want to keep it this time?
Yeah, I look pretty good bald. You don't scare me.
Some Scratch.
Well,
Question.
Yeah.
What do you get when you win?
You survive, and the respective victory of whatever the current reason you went in for. There isn't like a prize money or anything. It's like I said, it's mainly used for clout.
I have a funny feeling we might be going into this, so it's good to just be a little bit prepared. Shit's gonna go sideways. This is where it's gonna go sideways too.
It's just a might makes right kind of thing for him.
Worst case scenario, we can talk to All Minds Burn and see if they'll actually put us up if it comes to it.
You mean sponsor us? What's going on over there?
Nothing. He just has something on his shirt. I had to get it
on
on.
my shirt. I don't know.
It's a nice shirt.
Thank you.
Some gem dust.
So do we need a sponsor, or do independent competitors can throw down a challenge and go against a?
Yeah, I mean,
Oh God! If we bought 2 of them, we could just race each other.
Then we always win.
Yeah, we'd be so cool.
Like when you go to like a county fair and you all sign up for the squirt gun thing, and everybody wins.
I will say, like, they don't happen like every day. It's not like a recurring thing. They can happen once every couple weeks, sometimes once every couple months, depending on the necessity of it. But when it happens, it's an event. Like, people come out in the streets to watch it. People come out in the streets to mess with it. All the different factions come together to watch. And anyone, if there's anyone looking to go ahead and prove themselves or to work out something between them, they jump into. So if you're going to be part of this, Death Wish run, you either got to jump into an existing one, or if you're starting one, you're definitely not going to be going in there by yourselves.
How many normally compete?
I mean, I've seen anywhere from 4 to 12, depending.
Damn! 12 is chaos.
Let's hope for.
Yeah, there was a lot of collateral damage on that one. I think they might be trying to keep it lower after that.
Oh.
Watch out for those first 5 minutes are amazing.
Gotta watch out for Sweet Tooth.
So 1,000 baseline plus whatever it is you're gonna do to it.
Yeah, if you have any extra.
We would like those 2, please, and done as quickly as possible. And if possible, using parts unlike the ones that did not come back with these ones.
Okay.
I think just actually the one, because you said 1,000.
How much do you have? A lot of money?
Well, not
Are
like
you
1,000 money, like, but
Yeah, I think we can pull our resources for
that
one.
you're like a hidden prince and stuff.
Yeah. My last name's Storm. So I have
Okay. But only enough for one with you
of the
now.
Prince Storms. Yeah. Yeah, I have an allowance that comes in.
Okay.
Even when he's not here.
So 2?
Just
One. Just one. We're gonna pool our resources and make one fucking unkillable skirmisher.
You could put me up as collateral for the second one.
No.
You could. Everyone says that I'm worth a lot. This fella seems to think I'm very interesting.
No.
As collateral, when you win, you get me back.
We'll probably die.
Well, some of you might, but the ones
I
that
don't
win
think that's
could
a
get me
terrible
back.
idea.
How much would we get for the robot?
Because if we're dead,
we're
then
dead,
he has a
then-
nice home.
That's right.
Look, yeah.
Sorry, what?
Think it over.
How much would we get for the robot?
Pretty good idea.
Well, you're willing
And all
to
his
sell your automaton.
Not sell.
Whoa.
Not sell.
Put up as collateral.
Collateral for you. Oh my goodness, I would.
Wait, stop it with your flesh tongue.
That's
That's
weird.
I mean, this was your idea, fresh cut grass.
Yeah, we win. You get all the accolades, all the glory.
And you get the crawlers back.
Also, Orem and I just got here, so I'm fully catching up on this plan as we're hearing it. So I mean, it feels a little reckless for you. That's a little off.
Well, we don't even know if we're racing
This
yet.
may not. This is just if everything goes shitty. And knowing us, it won't go shitty. It will go shitty, obviously, but this is just as we're trying to cover our bases.
Is there one scheduled, or no? We would have to start it.
There isn't. Not that I know of, at least. You'd have to initiate it.
So.
And I appreciate the offer, and believe me, there's a part of me that is genuinely interested and curious. But I mean, based on your level of sentience and the primary historical connections that probably entails, I don't think I can ethically take you as a collateral piece of ownership.
What do you
Thank you.
Perhaps you wouldn't own him, but he would live with you, share his secrets. You could study him and work with him.
I've got to solve.
No.
I've got to solve.
Talk about this revelation.
You get to have a nice dinner together, like a date. Ask anything you want. Have a
very
conversation.
Good.
What's
Also,
your life
F.C.G
story?
has. Never mind.
The meat tongue.
I've been on one date.
Make it 2.
All right.
A date.
We don't even know if we're racing yet. We just need these things to be
ironed out ahead of time, just in case we need to pull the switch.
Sorry, sidebar, Mr. Joe. You saw Treshy? You saw Treshy?
Oh,
did he make you?
Yes, we did.
Are we? Is this?
No, he was smoking on the roof.
I think he knows that chickens have come home to roost. He seemed really freaked out for the moment that I saw him up there. He seemed spooked, so I'm a little worried that word's gotten back to him.
But Treshy would be spooked anyway. He's got to be terrified.
He's been here for a while.
So you don't think we can coax him out and kidnap him or anything? We're gonna have to call him out.
These, didn't you? You wanted to race these things. You said, "Why are you even here unless you do this?" Right?
I mean, part of that was Sam Riegel saying. But no, you're totally right. I mean, it feels like the call of this place is rooted in an intense death or glory skirmisher crawler race to the death. But we have to go propose this to Treshy first before we even know if we're gonna race.
Also, one issue, not Sam Riegel, is that if we put F.C.G up for collateral,
We're not.
you don't get to drive a death machine.
I'm not a driver.
Neither am I. Is anyone here a driver? Do you have experience to drive these things?
a bunch.
You don't need experience. It helps.
I have an experience around sleighs.
Yeah.
We could.
You know, that's a noun and a verb.
we could. Once one is ready, we could all sort of take turns on it and see who's the most natural.
Oh, I like that.
That's a good idea.
I am
Test
good
drive.
at, horse riding, so maybe it's similar.
That's true, actually.
It's half horse.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's start to get one up and going. We'll check in tomorrow and let them know that we're still just taking care of a few things, but that we're actually going to have our meeting and set it up. We'll take care of you two, and then we'll let shit hit the fan, and we'll try and get out of town with our guy.
How much do you need to start?
Baseline, if you're just getting one for now, say 1,000. If you want any armor upgrades, if you want any sort of like a mounted carbine, maybe that could be a little extra.
How much is that?
Mounted carbine will put you about 1,300 gold.
Oh my! Wait, on top of the 1,000 or 1,300
No, total.
Extra
Total.
300.
Okay. And
Additional
the armor
art
upgrade.
that'd be about 150.
Would the date with letters maybe knock some off the overall cost?
Well, I mean,
You look like you
we
want
discussed talking here in a minute. I still have a business to run.
We'd have to wager somebody to offset the cost of this thing. It's all or nothing. We go over, we pick a fight, talk some shit, and then we win, make money.
Wait, how are we making money?
I don't know. I don't know where the money came in.
We bet on our own.
If one of the crawler gangs were like, bitch, you don't know nothing about skirmish races. Enter the death race. Put your money where your mouth is. We win. Profit.
That's not how any of this works.
Against
But okay.
multiple crawler gangs.
Listen,
We've never driven one.
you heard people go out on the tracks and leave surprises? We take dumps at every hard right. We know where the dookie is. They don't. It's in the bag.
Dumps?
We can elaborate, but it's a start.
I understand him, Anna.
Yeah,
you look
same.
confused.
No, I do understand. That's why I'm confused.
Are there any rules or things that you are not allowed to do, or can you just do anything?
No.
I mean, outside of, being on skirmisher back and no more of a team of, well, actually, no. If you can fit either two medium folk or 4 smaller, I think might be able to ride on it from there. But that's also 4 people that can die in one fiery crash. It's up to you.
You talk about adding different kinds of weapons or contraptions to the side. Could you add, sidecars or seats?
Oh.
You see, here's the thing. At that point, we're already pushing it with a possible mounted weapon. It starts throwing off the balance of it, which not only adds drag to the vehicle, but it ends up becoming a possible issue with the tight turns you're making.
What if we don't want that weapon? What if she's the weapon?
Right, but I'm saying if you have a sidecar on something like this, I mean, I guess I could probably do that. But knowing this track and some of the tight turns, there's a good chance you might scrape your companion off at a turn. Which I can do it, but I'm just
station ourselves like over the course of the track and help when it drives by. I suppose.
There's no rules. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
Well, I can get started on this one. If you manage to piss off a faction or get involved with somebody, you can always come back with an emblem for maybe another loner, and we could take it from there.
I think that's the
Excellent. Pay the man.
All right.
I think it's the call.
How much money do we need? I've got 300 gold.
So armor upgrade is it 150? Are you taking the carbine mount as well, or for the additional 300?
What are we? So if we take the armor upgrade, are we lessening our speed and ability?
It's negligible.
Okay,
negligible.
All right, yeah.
Are these adamantine armor?
Shield?
Yeah.
We got
It's a slow start.
1450.
Go with
Heavier
belt
armor.
Is it going to be
Is it
slow?
gonna be heavy?
Carbine mount.
Does anybody know how to shoot?
What about like oil? Like, can you drop oil behind the vehicle or a smoke screen?
Or banana peel.
I mean, you can. I would. That would be the same. I mean, you could pay me to put on something there, or you could just have it with
Manually drop
yourself.
it. Yeah, that's
like
true.
they come with a large satchel in the back that you can just go ahead and utilize as a pull mechanic.
1450. All right. I'm in for 750. Who can help?
I can't.
You can't?
No.
I'll throw in 100. The plan is what? We're gonna go just call him out now?
No.
Tomorrow.
Yeah,
We'll
not right
figure that
now.
out
Not right now.
tomorrow.
So we're gonna spend 1,000 gold and figure out how to use it tomorrow.
If it turns out that we don't need one.
Look, we can always resell.
Yeah, would you buy it back from us? Because I mean, you'll sell it, obviously, right?
I mean, I can. It'll be at a higher price.
You'll buy
or
it back from us.
a lesser price. Sorry.
No, done.
Are we giving you like a deposit type of a thing? We're just giving you half now and then half later.
This would be half now, then half upon acquisition of it tomorrow.
Okay,
so
725.
725.
I mean, I could just do it myself.
Do it.
Here, I'll
we can
toss in.
figure out-
I'll toss in 100 gold.
A hundo?
A hundo.
Cool.
I'll put 100 in.
Orm is thinking about the weeks, the months of immaculate planning he was privy to, standing 30 feet away from the voice of the Tempest, and thinking of all the fucking dickery that is surrounding this all in this moment. And then he puts 100 gold.
There it is.
Anybody else?
Are we turning this into some sort of bonding experience? Is that what this is? Oh, for fuck's sakes, 100 gold.
It's literally ride or die. Okay.
Hate you.
It's die or die.
Anybody else?
Yeah, wait, are we putting it all in now?
No, we're just putting in the down
How much do
payment.
we have?
We got 725, but how much do you want to help lessen the load? I'm in for 325, and others are in for 100.
Let's see.
Wait, I thought you said you had enough to cover it all on your own there.
Yeah, but we're a team.
So you're just going to cover the other half tomorrow all on your
I'm
own?
paying the most. What do you want from me?
Because the rest of us won't have
Listen,
any
I can
cash.
change your toy at any time, all right?
I'll put in
You haven't given me anything yet, so...
You're right, it's really nice. I could just scrap it. Yes?
100 gold as well.
100 gold as well. Thank you, Fern. That's enough. I'll pay 225. Others have paid 100. That's wonderful.
Thank you.
Here's 725. You build this son of a bitch the best you've ever built anything. Your name depends on it.
My name is Nimahara.
Did you hear that? That is a craftsman's guarantee.
Are you an MC too? Master craft?
So,
Never dispersed it.
is that a thing? Then yeah. Yeah.
Oh, well, we'll indoctrinate you afterwards. We have chapters all over Exandria.
Okay. Yeah, I figure I've got a decent amount of these. I could probably have this ready for pickup tomorrow. We'll say about mid-afternoon.
Mid-afternoon.
Incredible.
Sounds good. Do we want a color? Do we get a color?
That I could do a quick wash on it, I guess. But
What
normally
about,
I'm
like,
not.
Is there a charge for like a paint job situation?
I'm not a specialist
That's
in
exactly
that.
what you're saying. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm really sorry. I just
That's
you
okay.
worded it differently. I think, unless I just wasn't listening.
No,
I probably
it'll-
wasn't listening.
You ready for it?
Could we
Could we show you our logo? Like, if we came up with a logo for Bell's Hells, could we put it on the car?
Oh my God! Of course you can. I will say you will probably have a better shot at doing it yourself than I would. I'm an engineer. I'm not an artist.
So we could put like a hood ornament sort of a thing on the front of it, or
sure.
Painted red.
No, wait, hold on. Why red?
Red because it's the color of blood and it's the color of rudis.
Well.
Oh, I like that.
Jesus.
We've got a vibe.
And blood.
And rudis.
Mainly blood.
It'll be ready by the mid-afternoon tomorrow, and you are welcome to color it however you like.
All right.
I'd recommend not putting too much detail on it, just in case things go badly and it's ruined afterward. But what do I know?
Plus, we don't want to stand out too much and become like the target just because we're
That's true.
brightly
A red
colored.
one will probably be like,
Screw
they'll go
the
after
wash.
us.
Right, so red cars get the most.
Of course, we're gonna be. We're already gonna be the target. We're calling.
That's true.
Let's give it
We're
some...
putting down the challenge.
Keep the red wash.
Come pick it up tomorrow and you can decide then. How about that?
All right.
Do you paint terrain? Can you paint some of my terrain?
I hate it here.
Thank you.
All right.
Oh wait, no. Yes. One a question for you. Do you happen to know anybody named Birdie and Ollie? Oleander?
Yeah. I was going to ask. You kind of remind me of one of them.
Really?
I'm guessing.
Yeah, I did.
Birdie?
Yeah.
Well, how do you know them?
They come in here every few months or so for supplies.
So there's a.
Often people come in here looking for
I don't think it's a satyr.
automatons and various other constructs of that nature. They just come in for power sources.
Power sources.
Yeah, like these here, and like the different like blue crackling elements there,
What?
and then occasionally the scrap and general materials. Yeah.
They tell you what they're building?
No, I don't ask. I just sell them.
Are these similar to those orbs that the Nightmare King had?
Very similar coloration.
Okay, so. Oh wow! So power source. What exactly are those?
There's. So I don't make them, but I import them and utilize them to both run a number of the automatons and Arcana-based constructs that I work on. They are, sourced from all over Exandria, but they are themselves essentially arcane batteries. They draw from local ley lines, and they deliver enough arcane energy to basically power low-level enchantments for locomotion, transmutation, abjuration, all manner of things beyond, generally destructive magic, mainly things that just operate devices and such. But they, it depends on the size, depends on the make. Yeah, that goes a little bit beyond my purview from there, but that's primarily what I use them for.
Sure. How often do they come? Have they been customers? How long? I guess.
A couple years, maybe.
Years.
Not often. Every few months, they'll stop on by and pick up whatever I can spare, really.
Just the two of them?
Yeah, just the two of them.
Okay.
What?
And they just pay with money, right? They don't leave anything else.
Yeah, pay well.
Have they ever had any companions with them?
No, it's primarily one or the other. They haven't actually... I don't think they've come in together before, but they've definitely made their relations known.
Has anyone else asked about them?
Not to my knowledge.
How old do they look when they come in?
It's kind of hard to tell. You got, someone of elven lineage and someone of, yours, and...
Do they look similar to this?
Yeah, that's them right there. Huh. Yeah, they look only just a little bit older than that, maybe, at most.
Do you say Elvin? One of them is Elvin?
Yeah, some sort of elven lineage to it.
Right, that makes sense.
So, okay. Do you know when they're coming back again in here?
I don't know. They usually just kind of wander in and show up when they do.
Okay. Is that it? Is there anything else that you can think of or know about them that you'd like to share?
They're nice. They're pretty jovial, especially compared to, I mean, a lot of people in the city I do business with. Good sense of humor. Pretty loaded, actually. You know, I figured they probably had some sort of a, I don't know, political connections or maybe like a royal history or a background. Like,
It's good. That makes sense.
Well, if you happen to see them very soon, would you tell them to, I'm sure they're already planning on it, but stick around, because...
Their daughter's looking for them.
you're their daughter. See, I wasn't going to say anything. I didn't want to assume.
No, it's
but,
totally fine. I was waiting. I was gonna tell you. I was figuring out, what your deal was with them, and
Yeah. What's your name?
my name is Fern.
Fern Calloway. It's a
Yeah.
pleasure to meet you.
Oh, it's very nice to meet you.
Indeed. Oh, well, yeah. I'll definitely let them know next time they come around.
Okay, that would be wonderful. Thank you.
Of course.
Also, maybe if anybody else asks about them, maybe don't. Maybe keep it on the down low.
Go to hell.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, is there like, okay.
Just to
Okay.
be safe. You never know in the
Yeah,
area.
no, it's valid.
Just they're on like a very important mission. So.
Okay.
Just leave it at that.
Mum's the word.
Mum's the word.
Thank you so much for your service.
Do you... This is weird. Do you... Did you used to run with someone named Dancer?
I did, yes.
I knew it. I knew I'd seen you before. Oh.
Why, do you know her? Have you seen her?
We had kind of like a... I've always thought she was, friendly, talented, but she never really took a shine to friendship with me. So we kind of had let's call it like a playful rivalry, if anything. Very talented artificer. And I remember you because when you came through on that trade caravan, I wanted to pick you up originally. But I was down to a large investment at the time, and by the time I tried to come back to pick you up, Dancer already nabbed you.
I didn't come in a trade caravan. She built me.
No, because I almost bought you myself, but
Did I look like this?
Yeah. I mean, you, if you don't mind, you're like a grade A scavenged automaton. Like the quality of fine here. This is like pre-divergent stuff here. This is
What
obviously.
does that mean?
I thought it was originally like an Avalier design, but this is like this. The sentience already tells me this is like straight up automaton. You are a relic, and if Dancer still considers you under purview, you don't even know how much you're worth. Not just from a research standpoint, but just monetarily. But
What does that?
What is
does
an
that mean?
aormaton?
What is divergence?
oh boy, it's a long conversation. You're a relic of history. Like even just like the designs here, the power grooves here, the overall design, your speech, your sentience. This was.
It was assigned to me by Dancer. She built me out of spare parts.
Okay.
Is that what she told you?
There are some in recent years that have been coming online, if you will.
Some others?
Other automatons like you.
The Vaxian.
Scavenged out of ruins and found in long hidden chambers and vaults of history of Exandria that have kind of been
Is this one episode
awoken.
just blown?
Reawoken.
F.C.G's and
Where was the train caravan coming from?
I don't know specifically. We get all sorts of odd traders coming through here.
And was he like this?
Oh, no, you were disabled at the time, but,
Were these there? The grass, the scrapes in the front?
I don't remember. That was a couple years ago.
The heist that you guys were doing, was that just a cave system or was that like ruins?
Cave system.
I think it was just a cave we were supposed to go in and
There were
clear
mines.
out. I don't know what was in there, but
It was just a. It was a.
Like a creature that we were supposed to clear out.
Please don't misread me. Like this all comes from a place of absolute respect and just professional interest and wonder. And you were the one that got away at the time, and just
what
the
would
fate of
you
bringing
know
you back here is incredible.
About bringing someone like him back online.
And letters is different than anything else we've seen in this city, or really.
Oh yeah,
anything
no.
I've seen anywhere. You're saying that letters is from that long ago?
I mean, I have no confirmation, but from the reading and studying I've done, this.
Why don't I remember anything?
I can only tell you that it. Maybe time took its toll.
Do you think that, is there a way, like, to restart him? Like, maybe Dancer erased something?
I could look into it, but that would be an extensive bit of research. See, understand what the reason I'm going to the automaton is that there were automatons of incredible designs in ancient times, like all spectrums of builds and capabilities. Part of what I do is just trying to rediscover and essentially iterate on the scraps of that time best I can, along with other compatriots and individuals that I mentioned earlier, this kind of, tinker trade that we do. But all of them were like all the other automatons you see. They perform functions. They are not living things. But you, the folks of Aor managed to bring sentience to their automatons. And eventually they fought for their freedom. And then these Aormatons became citizens. And they were the only source of folks like you before it fell. And for a long time, most folks thought that they were gone, that you were gone. Past 5 or so years, though, there's been whispers, rumors that some have been showing up, waking up.
So there's more people like you.
I also wonder what happened in the last 5 years to make that happen.
But yeah, why the
past
5 years?
In the past 5 years, they've been
my life
Well, I've heard. The first I heard about it was about 5 years ago, yeah.
Careful, Erica.
When was the last time you saw a dancer?
Oh, maybe a year?
And these others that are similar to our friend that are coming online, what part of the world?
I mean, I haven't seen them personally. You were the first to come through here, which is why I was so excited. That's why I thought I remembered you.
But you've heard of others.
Yeah, no, I've heard rumors of like eastern side of Taldore. I've heard in Wildmount. I've heard I heard one in Silra that may have come on as well. But like these were all rumors. These were all exciting rumors.
Incredible.
So anyway, all that to say, it's genuinely really special to see you again. And if you ever have the inclination to let me carefully and consensually inspect your capabilities, I would be very interested.
Sorry, Laura is a child.
I know.
Yeah, we all knew that.
Dancer didn't seem to like you very much, but you seem okay to me.
Dancer was a bit abrasive, and to be fair, I'm not the most outgoing person either. I'm kind of married to my work.
If we make it through this, maybe we could spend some time doing that.
That would be fantastic. I mean, goodness, could you imagine if we could discover what the great artificers of Ao were able to uncover, to create life like you once more? That would be...
I just want to know who I am.
I just want to know who you were, too.
All right. Well, Smiley Day. I guess we go.
Well, would it hurt him to check in there and look at...
I wouldn't want to at all.
Maybe not right now.
Yep.
Okay.
Don't distract him. He's got to focus on our bill.
I do. You're right. I'm sorry.
In the future, if that comes, I was just seeing if there's any, repercussions to it.
I would do everything in my power to ensure I didn't. This is different than cobbling in my workshop. This is a conscious living being.
Yeah.
You hear that?
This is nothing new to us.
No.
Aor, my dad.
We should find out more about Aor.
Yeah, whatever the fuck that is.
Okay.
Thank you so much for your time.
Of course. I guess I'll be seeing you all tomorrow afternoon.
See you tomorrow.
All right. I'm gonna get to work. He starts putting his gauntlets back on. Turns around and grabs that unique device that you saw earlier with the small kind of blue orb in it, and as he begins to pull it over to dragging it outward with a small, looks like a battery device to the base of it to the backyard, you can hear him kind of gruffly speaking excitedly to himself.
He went to go back off because he's so excited.
Oh, because he wants to fuck me? Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
But just with his fingers, I think. Like, really get in there.
Yeah, I mean, everyone should leave the table so I can be finger fucked by Muhammad Joe.
Why?
We went in for a skirmish racer and we came out with information about your parents.
What in the hell?
You're an ancient technological marvel.
Yeah. And we bought a car.
What in the...
Bought a chassis.
It's a lot. It's a lot. Are you all right?
Are you all right?
I don't know.
Do you want to try and find Dancer?
Yes, but I mean, maybe not this instant.
Yeah, let's...
Plus, she was lying to you?
Yeah.
Well,
would she
hold
do
on.
that?
Well, I mean, she didn't lie. She just probably told me what she knew.
That she built
That she
you?
bought you.
Well, okay, easy.
And then she's not dead.
I mean, a lot of things are not adding up.
Pretty
all
much
in one
all of
day.
your existence is a lie.
Well, all right. Let's
Hey,
not
now.
give them a crisis right now.
Not wrong.
Or Ashton, basically.
But also, that's kind of cool because now you can decide who you want to be.
Clean slate.
Or maybe not. Maybe I've got ancient programming in me that will make me... What if Joe digs in and finds out that I was something else, someone else?
A murder robot?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Or I don't know. I don't even know where I have these powers from. What if I was created by some mad person or some evil
You are
archmage?
so much more than your programming or the person who made you. You are here with all of these amazing, nice people, and you offered me help.
I mean, Chetney's not nice, per se.
No, Chetney's kind
Guys, he's in the cool category.
No, I can turn it on. You're totally an archmage, by the way.
But
Has anyone given him a wand to see what the fuck happens?
A wand? Oh,
Yeah.
like if I can cast
Like a
spells?
focus, yeah.
I mean, I can cast spells already, but like through a wand, does that change?
It's a whole new aesthetic for you. It's like a thing.
Don't have to be your past or your programming or your body.
Oh,
For you, right?
Dusk is right. I mean, he said so himself that the Aormatons gained sentience and then fought for their freedom. So it doesn't matter where you came from.
You might have been made by other Aormatons. Maybe Aormatons could have Aormaton babies.
You might be right. I have no idea.
We don't know.
I have a crazy woman in my head who likes to tell me what to do. That's really not that dissimilar to, being programmed.
I mean, it feels really great to know something, but I guess I just don't know what it means yet.
I want to understand level of context for us. They throw out words like AR Avalier. How commonly known are those things?
They're not terribly commonly known. If there's a history check involved, if you want to know that sort of information.
I'll take that shit.
16.
What do you want to hear about the raspberry? Mention the raspberry.
18.
18. You do know of the names. You know of the names Avalier, Aor, along with Zemnis, like other of the great cities of the Age of Arcana, or Age of Arcanum.
But this is like to us knowing like Constantinople, or,
exactly,
right?
Yeah,
easy on the details.
Yeah, you don't know much beyond a passing bit of historical information that may have crossed your studies, or just your own casual reading time as a child or as a teenager. None of you have that sort of academic background necessarily, and with those roles, you have context for it. But to your point,
the vaguest
of historical passing.
But it's enough
knowledge.
to be like it's a what the fuck moment to have someone say you are from this place.
You're from Mesopotamia.
Yeah. Changed the day.
Yeah, for sure. Wow. I mean, I guess as the oldest member of the group, I should be our leader.
Oh, shit.
I wouldn't go that far.
Yeah, sorry, youngster.
I don't know what my job is anymore.
Well,
We'll always need wood.
we'll always need wood.
You will.
What are we doing?
I don't know anymore.
It's a lot to process.
We were supposed to stake out a fortress, and now
we did that.
We're an ancient
Dancer.
race.
She could be here.
We're going back to somewhere, get some food, sleep it off.
Yes, it's late. How about a beer and some copper pieces to take the edge off? Maybe we can even find you a nice silver piece.
Oof.
Treat yourself.
Sounds really good right now.
Yeah.
It might be too rich.
Okay, well, we got a place to hide out. We got a car. We got, a bomb to take out.
Yeah, a lot happened.
Oh, yeah, we did quite a bit.
You ordered a bomb.
We ordered bomb.
Just throw out the back of the crawler.
Everything's coming together.
Just out of curiosity, should we find a new place to lay our head since the last one is spoiled?
Yeah.
That's
true. That is true.
Just
Can
to
we look
point out,
around for a little goblin with an eye patch?
It's 24 hours later. We've changed one plan for another, and our prey is aware that they are being hunted.
24. No,
we're showing up
for sure.
tomorrow. We're going to check in. We'll see what
Maybe
they think.
tomorrow around the same time that you saw him, we can swing by, see if he comes out every day around that time, and
Like he always has, it takes a smoke break at the same time.
maybe
It was after
he's-
sun went down. He might not know, but we have to assume that the Paragon's call tipped him off. We just have to act as if that is likely.
Well, you're really going through quite a lot of effort for one guy.
Right?
Yeah, we really have.
Well, what's wild about it, Dusk, is you're asking about all the little weird battery things that Imahara Joe had. We saw those in the Nightmare King's lair, which the guy we were hunting was in cahoots with. So, and then...
He's like a fake creature. Real fucking crazy looking.
And now to know that your parents are trying to get them... Sorry.
No, I'm sorry. There's so much.
So much.
It's been a day.
Fern, why are parents getting weird batteries.
Is your dad the Nightmare King?
I know, but he did know you. He said you smelled familiar, which means he knows at least
Maybe he's met them or something.
Maybe he's met them, or he knows your grandmother.
And did you ever know that they would go and split off and do their own thing? But like, would they ever disappear?
Parents.
No.
And they've been coming to him for 2 years now? When?
Yeah,
I thought you just left them.
I thought I did too.
They're being held captive and someone's impersonating them. Always assume the worst.
Yeah.
Fern, these arcane batteries, is that a thing at the Sealy Court or with people you know from home?
I don't think. I don't. Do I know? Are they?
90 years.
Yeah.
Not in your experience, no.
I've never seen anything like that before at home, and
Seems like maybe your parents weren't quite as forthcoming about
Ooh,
everything.
she said it.
Said it out loud. We were all thinking it.
Well, I think for sure, but I think there was definitely a reason for it. You know, a very good reason as to why.
And the light of the batteries that we just saw, same exact color as what Ira's messing with, or similar?
Variations of it. They're not like a fully consistent across the board, but you know, different shades of
blue,
of blue and like turquoise and like you know, in the same ballpark.
Okay.
I just don't know.
So not the same, but similar ballpark.
Yeah,
is what you're saying.
Yeah, some of them the same, and some of them a slight variation.
But and then also the rock that broke
Dwayne
wasn't.
The Rock Johnson. Yep.
Yeah, the gnarl rock wasn't, because we also heard that was also from the Fey realm, and that it was a similar or same stone that we found in the Nightmare King's laboratory, right? That's what I wrote down.
No, the gnarl rock was found in the Shade
Right.
Mother's Den, which
Right.
had some
reminiscent of.
the structure around it was reminiscent of, but the actual stone itself was different. Yeah.
Still fake shit.
Yeah, it had like an ori sort of thing around it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I have a postcard from Aor from my parents, so that's a little weird.
You have a postcard from Aor?
Yeah, all the postcards that I got. I told you guys this.
From Aor?
Yeah.
From Aor?
I don't have so many. I have hundreds of postcards.
What does
Aor
that mean? Aor was ancient.
Post office?
Show us one. Show us one.
Did they? Was it recent? I don't understand.
It's all hundreds.
Aor. From Aor?
No. All over. Because they traveled all over the entire world.
Do you have
What
it
are
on
they gathering? They need power sources. They're traveling all over the world.
Are your parents?
They might have been gone
thousands of
2
years
years or 90 or.
They just have, they've been doing something apparently extremely important.
Oh man.
So,
Wait, and
I
you
don't
said
know.
that they left because they were trying to save the world.
Do they know?
yes.
They know
So
that?
they left. A little bit is fuzzy because I was very young, and my grandmother was there, and they left me because they had to go do something. And then my grandma always told me that they just had to. It was just very important, and I couldn't know. But I got postcards this whole time.
Including from Aor, or is that a miscommunication?
Pretty sure.
Or did they like find it at like a vintage shop?
They might have. I mean, who
Can we
knows?
see it?
If it's not somewhere that's real, like, not somewhere that's.
That's merch that we sell.
Oh, yeah, I didn't expect it to look so.
It could have been a. It could have been a. It could
The
have been
city
from
that took on the gods.
a shop.
And lost.
You know,
A novelty thing.
like a novelty shop.
Oh, okay.
I mean, if it's, I don't even. I mean, from what it sounds like, this place is not even.
Well, we kind of always figured
Perception
I have-
check, Imogen.
that
It's above me, isn't it?
he was
Oh
like,
wow.
would have been like
A little hot.
with Aor being
Never mind.
cleric.
Why do I always roll low on perception?
I just pull out all the postcards. I mean, you guys can see they went everywhere.
Boy, at some point, Orm stares into the camera like Jim from The Office.
chose poorly. I'm gonna look at this dice and see if it rolled better. Nope, exact same roll.
Do we know?
I mean,
that?
what you can tell from the postcards looking at them is they are all handmade. Meaning there isn't sort of like
A gift shop.
like a gift shop or a printer set. Like all of them are meticulously done by hand.
Maybe made by your parents.
Yeah,
probably.
For you.
Well, I don't know that. I mean, how else would you make a postcard? Someone would have
You
to
think
make
your
it.
mom and dad
What
were
does the
trying to tell you
handwriting-
something in the postcards? A deeper meaning? A code?
What is
Maybe a
this?
history lesson or two?
Or to deceive you about where they actually were?
Or just a postcard.
You also say though that time is like a soup, right? And acts a little weird. Maybe
Time is a soup.
What does the handwriting look like?
Time
and
is a
are there
weird soup. It's
stamps?
There aren't stamps. They're more like colorful letters with painting like hand painted elements of different locations across Exandria and a note on them.
Like a little painting of the location so you can see what it looked like. Well, okay. The city of Aor, does it look like ruins or does it look like a city that they painted?
It looks like a city.
What
I mean,
I'm saying is,
I think it's just a painting of it.
what I've heard about your home and from you and from others is that time is slippery. Maybe they've been doing a little hopping around. You follow me?
I follow you for sure, and
What else you got in that
I
stack?
think that's entirely
Yeah, we should
possible.
have F.C.G. read that AOR postcard, see if something pops out.
Sure.
I've got
Can I
this
see the
one.
postcard for a
Sure.
second?
For us? No.
That one.
But
I've got.
Maybe
here's
use
the
your
whole
fancy
stack.
lenses.
Geleka machu pasel pito. I'm just kidding. I guess. It just looks like a postcard.
Nothing? Try to look harder.
Okay. I will cast Identify on it.
Okay.
This turns into something.
It's
I'm
a
gonna laugh my
postcard
ass
of
off.
Storm Giant Strength.
Okay.
It is in fact a postcard of diversions.
Postcard of divergence.
You can keep sending it and sending it.
So,
on the edge.
so they're not magical. Identify definitely it focuses more on the magical aspects of things. I will say, as part of what you are, you gather these are handmade and hand painted, and all by the same handwriting.
For a sec, but as he was staring way at them, I was like, wait, is it something?
There's something in the postcards to their daughter.
What if you look in maybe like the first
letter of each one?
everyone and
it spells a sentence.
and you can put it out in order that you and then it says something.
It's always F.
Oh, Fern. Yeah. How about the first letter of the second word?
Well, I mean, I doubt it, but I mean.
Maybe tonight when we rest,
Yes.
someone can just take a couple minutes to
Yes.
just kind of look at them and see if there's any patterns.
I love puzzles.
Oh.
I was
Great.
alone a lot. And so, little brain teaser.
Sure.
Fun. Okay.
You are a puzzle.
Where are we staying tonight?
Not the same
right.
place.
Ashton,
doing something
do you know other places around here? Closer to
Pretty
where?
sure I do.
You do know of one. This one. Well, the Rawhide Den you not frequented often before. This one you have frequented in the past. It is in some of the shadier regions in the outskirts of the western side of Bassaris, a location known as the Undercarriage. It is a rugged caravanserai on the surface, and a whole series of stairways and tunnels lead to the rooms, which are all subterranean beneath. It is kind of like a if the rooms didn't have beds, it could very well be a dungeon. But the beds are decent, and I mean, you probably find a few rooms for there too.
It's the Revel and Break, right?
Yeah.
All right.
So,
Good beer.
with that in mind, you follow Ashton's lead towards the undercarriage for another night's rest, as your minds swim with the revelations of the day. And we'll pick up from there next week.
I
scream because you dropped that, and then a lot of other
I
shit
didn't
happened.
expect a lot of the lore to hit back to back to back to back, but sometimes that's how it works.
There was a lot
of shit.
Now you have a week
Holy
to
shit.
digest.
Hold on, I'm gonna save the game.
We'll take a week to sit on these revelations. We'll pick up from there next time.
Marinate.
Marinate. But it's set. But until then, thank you so much for joining us. We love you very much, and is it Thursday? Good night.
See you, Matt. What an episode. Dusk will continue to travel with them, and I wonder how. And since they left and they probably do not watch their own episodes, or at least they do. I hope they have the decency to skip over the parts where it's like they're not there. And so she's so that's where it's gonna come as an actual shock to the things like. Dancer. But Dancer is just a straight up liar. You think? Though I suppose if they like scavenge and replace some added stuff, you could basically like it maybe make more of a bend the truth thing. There we go. Huh. Truth. Yeah. Well. Yeah. If they take. Though I'm kind of hoping someone just mentions like, like when he said like when F.C.G says something crazy stuff like saying crazy stuff. F.C.G, your stuff was never always reliable, and right now you're going through too much stuff. Any advice you give is basic. Until you get your sort things out personally, any advice you give, I'm just treating as damaged goods. Kind of bad, harsh wording, but it's true. He'll be completely emotionally compromised. Yeah, he's this like he basically has like if he was in Starfleet, he'd be drummed out right now, or be suspended from duty. But with that, all I'll say is thank you for joining me. This is Frina Rimentra, the half-elven YouTuber. I wish thee good fortune on the quest of life.